Hey guys, welcome back to the next episode of the G&A podcast. I am the female main character who knows a little bit too much about marriage for a 16-year-old. Do.
And I am your resident dumpster diving murderer, Soberoni.
God damn. And welcome back to the G&A podcast. We talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, and the weeb. How are you doing, Oni?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you doing, Drew?
I'm doing all right. I would like to think that I fully have recovered from last night's shenanigans. If you guys look on Twitter, you can maybe see what I'm talking about. Not my most shining moments, but that's okay. We are here. So let us start with our new segment called This Week in Anime. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go first because I don't really have that much news. Basically, the third season for oh my god, I keep forgetting the Japanese name. Joshin Dropkick Chan or Joshin Chan Dropkick. It's getting a third season. It is formally greenlit as crowdfunding reaches its goal, according to Anime News Network.
Cool. I actually really enjoyed the first two seasons. It's one of those rare, like, I'm glad I really love it when comedies get multiple seasons because it's really rare.
Yeah. It's just so weird. It's like I'm surprised. I'm not surprised because could you? In my mind, it's like, hey, how about we do some crowdfunding for second season of Nichijou? That'd be done within a day.
Yeah, that or like No Game No Life or something, which everyone is like memeing on at this point. Never getting a second season. Like, there's a ton of shows. You should really watch it. It's pretty fun. There's a ton of shows that you would think should get second seasons that just for some reason don't.
Yeah. And it's really crazy that Joshin Chan, not only did it get a second season, it's getting a third season.
Yeah, I honestly underestimated its popularity.
Me too, since I feel like no one knows this.
Yeah, like no one watches Joshi, at least no one I know, except you.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. I feel like it's very just not popular. Like, I feel like it's not popular.
It might be one of those shows that's like, yeah, popular in Japan, but just not popular in the US. So yeah, that's a thing, thankfully.
Yeah, so that's my little bit of news.
All right. Well, my news is basically the premiere of the first 3 episodes of Burn the Witch came out earlier this week on Crunchyroll, and along with that, because many people were asking, is this it? Well, we don't have an announcement for a second season just yet, but they did approve a second season in the manga. So the way that the manga works in Shonen Jump is it's seasonal, I believe. So it's not weekly, but like, I don't know what it means by seasonal. I guess every 3 months a new chapter comes out or something.
Oh God!
Yeah. So it's getting approved for that in Shonen Jump, which means it's very likely that we will get an eventual second season of the show. And it's been pretty much a big hit. It's gotten like rave reviews all over the place. Personally, I watched it and I really, really enjoyed it. It reminded me a lot of Soul Society era Bleach, which
it really felt like Bleach meets Harry Potter, which is basically what it was.
And it is by the author of Bleach, so
yes,
that makes sense.
You couldn't tell by like the almost carbon copy on certain characters.
There's also like they share the same universe, and there's like this little like they keep nodding to, like, there's a bunch of nods to Bleach in the show, which are pretty cute. I don't know if there's gonna be like a broader, like, is Ichigo gonna show up or something? I don't know, but I hope not, because I actually really like this this setting that they have going for it. and I don't want it to overlap too hard with Bleach.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, so let's keep talking about. Let's shoot our magic guns and arrest dragons or whatever.
Whatever the fuck.
Right?
It's hard. I would never be able to explain the plot of the show, but it was just fun to watch.
Yeah, that
Yeah. All right, that's all I have to say.
All right. Well, with that being said, let's hop into our weekly reviews. Because not everything has been released, it's definitely going to be a shorter episode in general of the podcast. I mean, it's six.
It's six shows. Yeah, it's like almost a full episode of the podcast.
I mean, as opposed to 8.
Yeah.
Yikes. Never do that again. I say, even though we took on 7 and a short, but whatever.
I have a feeling that short's not going to last very long, but yeah, sure.
Hopefully not. I will not be mad at that. We are going to start our weekly review by finishing off the anime from last season. So let us start with God of High School, episode 13.
I'm just gonna leave for this one.
It's funny only because Oni hates it so much. Like, that's what makes it.
It's so funny because, like, at first I was enjoying it. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. This is kind of dope, and it slowly just kept going down and down and down and down, and I just can't. I can't do it. I can't. Even when I try to turn my brain off and I'm just like, let me just enjoy it for what it is. I can't enjoy it. Because it doesn't make any sense.
I don't. For me, I'm like, I guess for me, I just don't care. Does it make sense? Like, I've accepted it so much that it's just like, all right, give me a flashy anime. This Sephiroth dude took in the key. He's now Sephiroth. We all have to do a power of friendship and kung fu and magic to beat him. Let's do that. We did it. Yay. Life is great. Woman comes out of nowhere. Granting 3 wishes. Sure. Let's revert everyone back. Give them all back their limbs. And then, Homeboy was out unconscious for a few weeks, and his friends, they're all friends. Everything's great. Whatever. The end.
But, like, I can't enjoy it because, like, all right, I understand it not having a plot. Fine. I'm fine with action shows having, like, really stupid plots or, like, no plot at all. But you have to at least, like, set up good fights. And for me, even though the visuals are really good, I don't know what the power levels of this world are, so nothing is impressing me. Because I don't have any frame of reference of how strong any of these characters are. Because they just do shit. Like, yeah, like, if you look at something like Naruto or Dragon Ball Z, as much as we rag on those shows, at least there's a very clear, like, hierarchy of power. If I see Naruto fucking punch Itachi in the face and Itachi goes flying, I'm like, oh shit, that's awesome because Itachi's a really strong dude and he's really serious business. In this show, things just happen and I have no idea who's strong and who's weak and who's doing what. So it's like, oh, Jin just punched a blob in the face and fucking shot lightning at him. What does it mean? Is he stronger than the commissioners?
Oh, right.
I don't fucking know.
He actually became Son Goku. I forgot about that.
Yeah, like, okay, but what does it mean? Like, I know, like, it's cool when Goku turns Super Saiyan because I know exactly what that means. Like, oh, in the context of the show, he is now more powerful than X, Y, and Z, and he's super strong. I don't know what it means when Jin turns into Son Goku. What does it mean?
I mean, that means he's stronger.
It means he's stronger, but, like, in reference to what? Can the commissioner still show up and, like, punch him in the face and kill? Like, is he stronger than the other dude that we saw in the first 5 episodes that was fighting the commissioners? I don't know.
Do you mean the cultist?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great question.
Like, I don't know I don't know the power levels. The scaling is all over the place. But yeah, no, but that's what, like, I can't, even from just the fighting aspect, I can't be impressed with anything they show because I have no context or anything. So it's like a double whammy. I don't have a good story and I have nothing to root for in the fights. Other than just flashy colors and cool kicks.
Yeah, I mean, I really can't speak to this show's defense. Like, it very
defend it, Drew. Defend your show.
My show, bitch. I may claim Rosewall. kind of, maybe. But I definitely don't claim this. Not at all. But I guess for someone, I will say, I don't know. The fighting was good as normal. I thought it was cool when he became Son Goku and turned into basically Japanese Storm. Let's see what else happened. No, I think that was No.
This is a great show.
That was it. Like, it's really hard to like critique.
I mean, the music was good. The music is dope.
I mean, yeah, music is good. The action is good. Like, I like the whole back and forth between Sephiroth and the rest of them, and I like that he turned, even after he was beaten, he turned to this giant blob thing, and they're just like, let's fight him.
The animation is good. I don't think the fighting is good because I have no context or anything. But yeah, I like. All right, what? This is for the last time. This is just Gendo Guardian, but with better budget.
Yes. Yes.
Just give Gendo Guardian a better soundtrack and better animation, and you have got a high school.
Yes. Agreed, 100%.
So what do you want to rate it? What? It's a fighting anime. It had good fighting. It should be like a 10 out of 10.
Man. I'm going to give it... I'm gonna give it 5.
Wow, that is so... What did I give Gendo Guardian? Like a 2?
I gave it like a 2 or 3.
What did I give it? I think I gave Gendo Guardian a 3.
Yeah, something like that. Like, it was a 3 or a 4. I'm gonna give this a 5 because literally like half of it was good and then half of it was not. I feel like that's a very, I think, sound argument. Like, wow, this first half where they're like kind of fighting, and yeah, they're sure like a little bit of supernatural abilities, but it's kind of cool, and they're still kind of doing kung fu is cool. And then the later half where it's just like complete nonsense.
Yeah, I'm giving this a 3.5.
Okay, goddamn.
Because I'm pretty sure I gave Gendo Guardian a 3, so this is just slightly better.
That's no. See, the reason why I gave it 5 because, like I said, Gendo Guardian made no sense from like the jump. It was just pure hot garbage from the get go. This started out like kind of cute. This was like a more extreme version of oh shit, what's that name of that anime I hate? With Kirito, what?
Sword Art Online?
Sword Art Online, yes. In the sense, let me finish. In the sense that it starts out great and just ends in the dumpster fire. Yes, that is what I think of when I think of this
if you mean by start out great, you mean the first 2 episodes were pretty good, and then the rest of it went down hard. Then yes, I agree. Like I can pinpoint.
I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't even say the first episode. I would say by episode 5.
No, the exact moment this show went down is when they did a little episode where Mira got married and everything, like a little fillerish episode. Ever since then, it's been like maybe there's been 1 or 2 good episodes outside of that, but like,
understandable.
I mean, yeah, no, it's at least Gendo Guardian was funny. I mean, it was funny. It was stupid and funny. This wasn't that funny. This was
because it started out.
But that's the worst. But that's the worst kind of stupid. A stupid show that takes itself seriously. That isn't fucking King's Game because that transcends all logic. But
I think for me, I still found humor. Like I found humor when Speedwagon made a whole bunch, like turn a bunch of nukes into Mount Rushmore. What? See, favorite like that, it becomes hilarious to me.
Fine,
that's what makes it funny.
I was too busy being lost and everything, and at least in Gendo Guardian, my sense of loss was. I didn't. Yeah, you're right. Maybe it's because I had too high of hopes from the first couple episodes. I'm still. My brain is still trying to rationalize something.
You can't accept how how it turned into Gino Guardian.
I didn't want to. My brain was like, no.
As opposed to Gino Guardian just starting out as Gino Guardian and ending as Gino Guardian.
Yeah.
Like it started out making no sense and ended making no sense.
Yeah, this one started out good and then it was like, what happened? No.
Oh man.
No. Maybe if there's a season 2, it'll be no, there won't be a season 2. Or there will be, but it probably won't be good.
Yeah. If we do, we should still cover it because I'll just be like, no.
It depends. It depends on the season. I ain't dropping something amazing to cover the second season of this.
Oh, poor Oni. Mm-hmm. All right, let's move on from that dumpster fire to something drastically different. The final episode of ReZero season 2, episode 13.
Yes, this was a downer of a finale.
Yeah, like, whew. It was just, and I feel like this episode kind of highlights a bit of my problem with the series as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
As in, it was just like, it was kind of just a bit of a down, like, it was literally just most of it just Subaru being like for an entire episode.
Yeah, this was one of those episodes. They just super suffering episode.
Yes, it was very much suffering the episode. I did like the interactions with all the witches.
Mm-hmm.
That was
the witches are the best part of the season by far.
Yes, I would agree.
I would go as far as to say they're carrying the season, to be quite honest, but yeah. Well, maybe a couple of points in there, but
I agree. But yeah, which is and Otto.
And Otto, yes, Otto being best boy.
And Roswell.
And not Roswell being a piece of shit. Being the worst.
Yes, he does, because he's fucking insane. And first of all, I called it that he put out the hit from like episode 2 or 3. Yeah, so I'm going to give myself a pat on the back for that one. But yeah, let's discuss the higher parts of the episode, which is literally the witches, Otto, and Rosewall.
That was the whole episode.
which is the whole episode. It starts out with the witches all like struggling to be like, hey, what should Subaru do, and should we respect his wishes to make his decisions? Which turned into like a bit of like not so much a battle royale. It's like only 3 of them
clash. Yeah, just like a little minor clash of ideals.
Exactly. And it all starts when when he feels like he's being cornered by all the witches, and he's just like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Is it that easy to bite your tongue off?
Well, you don't have to bite your tongue off, but if you bite it hard enough to break blood, yes, it is possible to bleed out that way.
I mean, I feel like that would take a long time to bleed out. Is there a lot of, I don't know, I'm not a doctor, but I feel like
you can bleed a lot. Like,
if
you bite down hard enough, like you can.
Because Subaru died in like seconds.
Yeah, okay, maybe that was definitely an exaggeration, I feel like. But yeah, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna kill myself." And then 2 of the witches are like, "No, who tried to keep him alive?" It was
Minerva.
Minerva. I forget who not greed.
Sloth.
No, Sloth.
Sloth was on Pride's side.
Yeah, Pride and Sloth were like, okay, cool, this is his answer, let's let him die. He doesn't want to be with us anymore. Got it. Then it was I'm trying to say not I'm like, what's the other word for hunger?
Gluttony.
Gluttony, there you go. Gluttony kept him alive, and lust. Oh, Carmilla.
Yeah.
I tried calling him back. But back to life and whatnot.
Yeah, I did like that little clash of like their different ideologies and seeing how twisted all of them are in their own little special ways. I think that's probably the better part of the episode.
Yeah. Yeah, but then ultimately Subaru's like, no, I still don't want your help. Everyone go away.
Probably regretting that right now.
Yeah, that's a little...
Listen, the
yeah,
same way
maybe
you
a little
defend Rosewall's shitty behavior, I'm gonna defend Echidna's shitty behavior for the same exact reasons.
bit. Okay, as long as we're both very... as long as we both realize it's not because their behaviors are excusable, redeemable, that we just attracted to them.
Pretty much.
Then, by all means.
Cool. Truce.
Yes, truce. I mean, Echidna doesn't really do anything bad this episode outside of taking away
outside of taking away his revoking his thing
authority. But I feel like but that's fair though.
It
like,
is because
it's fair because he's like
her.
rejecting. Yeah, he's rejecting her. So it makes sense in a way to like reject his authority. Like, yeah, you're not an apostle. You can't be called an apostle if you're actually not following me.
Get the fuck out of here. Get your stuff and get out.
Yes, exactly. So that sucks for him. And then he goes sees Rosewall, where he was under the sad impression that oh, actually that's not true. Before Rosewall, he runs into the actual best girl, Patrice. I forget how to say her name.
Yeah,
Patrice, I think. And then Otto's like, trying to also be part of the harem. I feel like they know that he basically is at this point.
Pretty much. I mean, he might be leading. He might be winning. The
yeah, right. He is kind of winning everyone. As much as I love Ram, I can't deny Otto and him being awesome. Like, get your shit together, Subaru. Stupid. Oh my god, the moment where he was like trying to like communicate when he was communicating with Patrice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was like, girl.
You okay, Otto?
I did not catch that the first time. Oh, that was so funny. Yeah, and I was gonna say he has a not so fun discussion with Rosewall. Rosewall literally said, "Hey, by the way, I'm crazy. So you kind of have to be like me because of your power. And even if that means just, doing the exact opposite of what Totella told you to do." Actually, can we rewind to that? I thought that was very, like speaking of ways that they show that they care in their own fucked up ways. She's like, "I want you to love yourself."
Yeah.
Like, but it's like you gave him this power that's only gonna make him suffer. Like,
listen, she didn't think it all the way through.
Clearly,
she just tried to do her best. Don't get on better, Amelia.
She really is Amelia. That fucking outfit.
Yeah, that outfit's top tier.
To die for. I'm like, bitch, you could wear that on RuPaul's Drag Race, and well, you'll be safe for like the first 5 episodes.
I hope I see somebody cosplay with that outfit. That'd be fucking.
Oh, they have to, please. If you don't, I will. But yeah, so I would say for him, I feel like he just eventually became as twisted as the witches. Because in theory, he probably lived as long as they did.
Probably.
So that just made him crazy like the rest of them. So now he's under pressure. Yes, you can save everyone by becoming crazy and becoming like the hero.
Yeah, become the hero I never could by killing everybody. Yeah. I mean, Rosewall is just insane.
I mean, he's basically on like doing what Echidna wants. Like like now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh yeah, he's basically Echidna's like disciple.
Which is what I was saying. I bet you wish you took a kid in the deal right now.
Because he's gonna make you do the same.
Yeah, Roosevelt
thing.
gonna make you do the same exact thing anyway. So it's like, oh, okay, cool.
Exactly. So that's pretty terrifying. Yeah, and then of course you find out that he's one who sent the assassins. And he's like, Tsuru's like, oh my god, please don't. And then he's like, no. Matter of fact, I'm sending more assassins.
I'm like, I have 7 more assassins I can contact. Be right back. I got them on speed dial.
Oh my god. So, I don't know. That's pretty fun. I just found that to be very funny.
I think, so I do like the, maybe it's just me, but I like where the setting in the arc is, but I feel like it's been dragging on for a minute. Like, I'm kind of tired of this village and these trials already.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's been 13 episodes, and now it's going to drag on into the next half of the season when it comes back in January.
Like,
are we going to spend the whole time in this place?
I think I feel like that was a problem with this season as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Because an arc never went this long before.
Yeah, and it's not the most interesting setting.
Yes, and I'm like, this of all of the settings, this is probably one of the weaker ones.
Because it's not like it's a city that has different areas, or it's just like they keep reusing the same spots over and over and over.
Yeah, like imagine if we did the second arc, but the second arc was elongated by like 2 or 3 more episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I want to see that. Like, the second arc was just interesting enough for me to not get bored. Like, it was like getting to a point where I'm just like, so yeah, very slow pacing for an arc. I mean, I understand why we got to learn more, but I feel like, I don't know. I feel like there was a way we could have condensed this.
Yeah, this is one of those cases where it's like the pacing is too slow. It's like the opposite of God of High School. Like, the pacing needs to hurry up and get on with the rest of the story because this is dragging.
Yeah. So, and for me, because it's so elongated, it actually highlighted the things about ReZero that I don't like. I.e., Subaru being forever, because this was a lot. He was just being sad and being torn apart. Like, they really went out of the way to emphasize all the times he died and suffered and felt sad and this and that. And I don't know, like, at some point you can't rely on being edgy and graphic to carry your anime. And trauma to carry your anime.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at some point, if you keep doing it, like, for me, I'm getting desensitized. Like, I'm starting to not care. It's like, I get it. You already pounded this into me, like, the whole first season. So, like, you gotta do something new with it.
Well, it's gonna be like a recurring formula, like, just going. I imagine every arc is gonna have the same, like, Subaru does something, and then he's gonna be sad about it, and then he has to get over his sadness and come back, and then there's gonna be another arc where he does something and he's sad about it. Like, it gets repetitive. So.
Yeah, but I feel like at least in the last season, it was fine because something really epic happened that made like the loss so much more impactful. Like, that whole Ram giving that speech, and then her just sacrificing her to the whale. And then as a result from all of that, he's like, he can't even talk. Or I think something else. No, that's what happened.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this feels. It also, yeah, that's the other point I wanted to make. This feels like a lot lower. Even though the witches and stuff are directly involved, it doesn't have that as intense of a feeling as season 1's arcs did. Like, it's not the whale fight, like, super intimidating and everything.
Mm-hmm. It feels very like, I don't know. There's no new stakes. Like,
yeah, there's
we needed to have that Rem moment with someone else. I'm not even saying we have to have it with Ram at all, but I'm saying we had that, like, oh my god, I'm so attached to these people. They're really changed my life. Like, oh my god, I love. Like, could you imagine if he got like actual feelings for Otto, like, in that way, and then Otto just gets slain in like the most awful way you can imagine. He's like, it's okay because I love you, and making it very like painful for everyone involved.
I mean, it kind of happened with Ram a little bit.
But he doesn't like.
Yeah, you know,
he doesn't really like Ram.
He cares for Ram as a friend.
Exactly, like Ram is cool. Ram is a homie. Like that hurt me, but it only happened once. And every other death was like kind of off screen, and it didn't have like quite that setup, that impact.
Yeah,
like it's like when you do that whole thing with Ram and Amelia, and we were like, oh my god, these are established as like the 1 and 2 girls. Everyone else is just kind of a lot less. Then when everyone else dies, it's like, especially if they don't get that kind of attention that Ram and Amelia got.
Yeah, and also there was no Rem in this season, so fuck that. What the hell?
Oh, I don't care so much about that.
I'm
saying you.
What? So there's not gonna be any Rem next season either because it's gonna be the fucking same arc. This sucks.
Yeah, that's another thing. I'm just like, bruh, it didn't 12 episodes and it's not even finished. That's a problem.
Are we rating this now, or are we gonna hold off until the next half?
That's a good question.
I kind of feel like holding off just because it's still mid arc technically.
Sure, we can hold off if it's mid arc. I mean, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, I don't want to judge it too early. You know, we could come back and it'd be amazing.
No, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna remember this first half. Even though I know second half. I feel like the second half is going to be amazing. It is going to be amazing, but this will be back in my noggin.
Same.
So, yeah. So we'll just put that on pause for now. So now, with that being said, we can finally move on into the next season, the next anime season, fall 2020. And let us begin with DanMachi Season 3, Episode 1.
Yes. How much did you hate this episode, Drew?
I didn't, actually.
What?
I don't know what it was about it, but I don't know, it just kind of gave me what I needed at the time. Maybe because I was also eating dinner. so it broke up the monotony, potentially.
I enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, like, it just was very, like, a good, warm-hearted first episode where they pick up this new monster girl and they take her in and they love her and she's being nice and loving with everyone. It's just I don't know, it warmed my heart. I'm not gonna lie.
It did. It warmed my heart, but I also think it did a good job of like laying down the foundation for this arc. You know, like it had just enough plot in it to be like, okay, I know what direction this arc is going to take, and it looks like it set some stuff up for confrontations with the Hermes group and everything. So I'm thinking this is going to be a pretty good arc. It doesn't feel as slow as season 2's start did. Like, remember the first arc in season 2 was like super slow and weird and awkward-ish, kind of.
Yeah.
This one felt a lot more well-paced and like it hit the ground running, you know? So that, plus I really liked the new girl. Finally the show lives up to its name. He did pick up a girl in a dungeon. So only took 3 seasons for the name to make any fucking sense.
Yeah, it does. Destiny, it has been fulfilled.
Yes. Hestia was great, even though she didn't get that much screen time.
Also, I'm gonna be calling her. I'm calling her Wiener.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna call her Wiener. That's fine. Whatever. I'm gonna mistakenly call her Wiener from time to time because that was a dumb name. They should have never went with that. Weenie. What was it? Weenie. I'm gonna call her Weenie. You call her Wiener. I'll call her Weenie.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, the guy like Weenie so much more better. Weenie. Yeah, it was Weenie.
That little scene where she was like in the picnic and she's trying to like grab Fox Girl's tail, that was adorable. I fucking lived for that.
That was Also, I'm mad no one thought to cut her nails off. Like before.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? She's growing. She has like literally 10-inch super razor sharp nails, and you guys are just rocking with her. Yo, when she did that thing where she tore through Belle's skin in the beginning in the picnic, I thought she like chopped off his fucking arm.
Right, there's so much fucking blood.
It was blood everywhere. I'm like, oh shit.
I love how he grabbed her and be like, "It's okay." I'm like, "Bitch, that could like you need stitches.
You need some. You have the tetanus shot.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know what's in her nails.
Like, stop comforting her. Like, why are you hugging her? Get some help."
He's trying to be a good daddy. You know, this is kind of like his and Hestia's daughter is. Well, they really try to hammer that home at the end when they're all like sleeping together.
Bad, yeah. Which is cute, I guess.
I have a strong feeling she's gonna die, so I'm trying not to get too attached to her. I'm like,
wow,
there was too much. Oh, isn't she cute? Don't you love her? Type of thing going on. So I'm just like, oh, I mean, she's dead. She's dead by the end of this arc. She's gonna like sacrifice herself to save Belle or something. Like, you taught me the meaning of family and love. Bye, and then jumps off a cliff or something.
Oh,
Weenie,
wow.
no.
No, my precious Weenie. Wow, Oni, you are, as always, you are a source of optimism.
Yes, I'm very optimistic. All right.
Can't wait till next episode. But until then, let's move on to the first episode of Tonikaku Kawaii, episode 1.
Yes, Tonikaku. This is the winner of the poll, by the way, the patron poll. So thank you for everyone who voted.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not mad at it.
Me either.
This is very so stupid.
I feel like we needed a good romantic comedy, you know?
Yeah, definitely. It's really. I don't know where to start with this. First of all, I do like the NASA jokes.
Yes, I'm glad I called it. I'm like, hey, NASA, Starry Sky, got it. I'm glad they went so hard with the NASA thing.
Poor kid. But yeah, he is like the way I've never seen someone simp in such a way that's had such a catastrophic effect on his life.
Yo, he is the king of simps, but it worked. So, is it really simping if it works?
I know. I'm very confused.
He's made more progress in one episode of this anime than like 99.9% of anime protagonists ever make in a hero.
Yeah, imagine. Well, Kuzuya is still like, well, not single. Is he single? I think he's single.
He is. Well, who?
Kuzuya.
Oh, from Rent a Girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still single.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, we actually got a marriage in the first episode. I'm surprised that went off without a hitch. I thought the whole premise was going to be them trying to get married. Yeah, but nope. They were just like, sign this paper. All right, cool.
Yeah,
we're done.
Which was, first of all of it was just. I still claim that he may not be a simp. Like, guys, don't do any of this, by the way, in real life.
I don't trust her, by the way. She's
yeah, absolutely not. I'm like, yeah, let's go to the clerk. At night, it's open 24 hours. You should just do this now and get it out the way. Nope. I'm like, I don't trust it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I need to do a background check.
He didn't even know her name until...
I need, and literally until the day he got married.
Until the day he got married, yeah.
I love how the clerk was like, oh, an 18-year-old and 16-year-old getting married. This is fine.
Yeah, that clerk was... I don't know if that clerk was a bro or he was just really bad at his job. One of those two... He was just like, 18-year-old, 16-year-old getting married. There's some paper that says she has her parents' permission. Good enough for me.
Yeah, it was just very...
Either that or the marriage laws in Japan are super lax. Japan's out here like promoting shotgun weddings. They're like, what? They got a marriage desk that's open 24/7. We can go there. We can go get married tonight and get divorced tomorrow morning.
Yeah, yeehaw.
Yeah. The part where he got hit by the car and he's like, he's also partially Superman because he was like running for a mile on 2 broken legs at some point after he got with the car.
That was Sasuga anime logic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've gotten a stub toe and I couldn't even walk to my bedroom, so I doubt. Press X to doubt.
Yeah. 100%. You can't really, no matter how much adrenaline you have, you can't run on broken legs. They're broken.
They're physically broken. The bone is...
Your body physically cannot support itself. That is physically impossible.
The idea of like some dude is just like fucking has his legs cut off or whatever, but then he has so much adrenaline he's able to like float. It's all the adrenaline he has.
It's not even because like. It's not just because this was even before like his life was saved. Like he was simping literally from the moment he saw her. Like, wow, she's so pretty. I'm going to walk into the middle of the street.
Walk in oncoming traffic.
What? Yeah, I still give him the simp card.
He is a super simp, but you know what? He deserves the girl. If you get hit by a car and you don't even seek medical attention because you're too busy simping for a girl, and then you chase the girl down.
First of all, she saved his life.
Yeah, well, that too. But also, that like, if you think about it, that whole traffic accident had like a catastrophic effect on his life in that he like dropped out of school and fucking failed out. It is all his fault, yes.
So yeah, he doesn't deserve to get married in any way, especially when she stopped him from dying. No.
Listen, they give him one good thing in his life. Can he please be happy?
I actually say she deserves. I guess she deserves to scam him because she saved him.
That's true. I hope she's not a scammer. I hope it's not like that. Don't be a scammer. I hope it's
not like that. I
want something wholesome and sweet, alright? We have a lot of dark shows that we're watching this season.
I hope it just takes a complete twist and she's like, yes! I need you to impregnate me so I can give birth to the house bond that will destroy all of Japan.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be... But like in a funny way.
But yeah, in a comedic way, not in a real way.
Not a terrifying way where like, you know, the first thing that happens when the monster comes out is like eats Nasu's head. Or Nasa's head.
But yeah, no. Thank you guys for picking the show. It's actually pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
Yes, I enjoyed it. Speaking of shows that are fun,
yeah,
yes, we have Higurashi no Naku Koro ni episode 1, which is my episode of the week.
Same here.
So I watched this episode with other people, which definitely made this episode way more enjoyable because I feel like it was just like multiple layers of them getting surprised and me getting surprised.
Yeah. Even going in with my knowledge of Higurashi, there were a few twists and turns here.
Yeah, most of it being they showed a lot of like the horror aspect very early on. Like literally the first opening scene is, you know, a man bashing people's heads in. I'm saying that in case I feel like there are people who are young enough.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it. This is gonna be spoiler free, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, so a man bashing in someone's head, and immediately I love my friends are talking about. They're like, "Oh my god, this person killed them. Who was it? Is it them? How did it happen? What's wrong with all these people?"
Yeah, this is one of those shows that's really great to speculate about, and there was a ton of foreshadowing in like little parts of this episode with like different little objects being placed in certain areas and characters using certain things that was really going to allude to stuff later on that I don't want to say just now.
Nah, not you. Not you say it. Yeah.
What do you feel about the new designs? This is Passione now. The same team that did your favorite High School DxD season.
Right. That explains why I feel...
faces.
Yes, that explains why I feel a way about... It's not that... It wasn't terrible. There were just some shots that looked very off. Their faces looked very, like, weirdly contorted. Like... like I remember this one scene with oh shit, what was her name? Was it Satoko, the blonde one?
Yeah, Satoko.
Satoko.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, her. There was one scene where she just makes a face, and then from a certain angle, it just looks like really weird, and I'm just like, like.
I noticed
I was
that
like,
too, but with
why?
Rika, there was a few Rika faces that just kind of look like, what? What's going on here? But I like it because it's like it makes them seem more like Play-Doh-y and like cute, and it makes it a better contrast when the fucking show suddenly takes a dark turn and they have like a super sharp, realistic face.
Yes. So when they get all crazy, it works.
Yes.
It's still like, but it kind of works because everything, like there are 1 seconds of this everyone being crazy, like
yeah, the little transition that when with Reina in the dumpster area and Keiichi's asking her about the murder and she's like, I don't know, and just fucking like the whole music stops and the scene changes and everything. That was so
I don't know, and she's like, oh yeah, no, I don't know, I moved here from
that actually took me by surprise. I actually got startled a bit there.
I kind of saw it coming.
I don't know, it kind of scared me.
Really?
Well, not scared, but like it like I wasn't expecting that scene to be there. Like you said, they really pushed the horror on like faster than they did in the original series. Like the original series was all just like, for the first few episodes was all just like la da 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 da, we're all just playing around, and then around episode 3 it took a turn. This one like kind of took a turn mid episode 1 ish.
My only thing is I'm scared that I don't know how many episodes of this is going to be. But the first one is going to be like 13.
Mm-hmm.
And if it is going to be like 12 or 13 episodes, then I guess this pacing is perfectly fine. But if it's going to be like the normal, like it was last time, I would say, calm down. Like I'm a little scared that it's gonna be some kind of high school pacing.
Oh yeah, please don't do that.
And we're gonna know everything by like episode 10.
I think what they're gonna try to do is try to make the arc 3 episodes long at this rate, because I think the original arc was like 4 or 5 episodes, and this one probably just be 3, which is a bit fast. But I think they're trying to like get to the. I have faith in them because there was a few moments that were really well directed in this episode. Like, oh my god, at the end when the fucking music, the original opening starts playing, I like exploded.
I freaked out. I was talking with my friends, like, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
like, but they never saw it. I was just I was freaking out by myself. It was great.
Yeah, so like little things like that make me think like, oh yeah, they really are paying attention and they care about the suspense and stuff. So I don't think I trust them to not ruin it. Hopefully.
Yeah, and they did have like good parts that weren't just like the whole like, oh, pause, scary moment, pause. Like for example, with the cameraman, like he didn't have that moment, but he's like, oh yeah, by the way, people got mutilated and stuff, and they're like, oh, apparently the body was never found. Like. He's still saying creepy stuff, but like not with the whole creepy face kind of reaction.
Also, if you're a cameraman, don't go around taking pictures of like kids, please. That's kind of fucking creepy. There's a lot of creepy people in this. Outside of the horror aspect, there's a lot of weird shit going on in this village. Like,
oh yeah, absolutely.
Reina, no one questioning that Reina's just dumpster diving constantly. Yep. Like, what? That's like Tetanus City.
Yeah, like Reina, why are you playing in trash? You weird little girl.
Satoko having traps, like, yo, the thumbtacks on the door. Don't ever do that. That's not a prank. That's fucking attempted murder. And exactly. Where I come from.
That's definitely like a crime somewhere.
Yeah, no, we're not. If somebody does that to me, I'm pressing charges. Yeah, that too. Also, the her pulling down all the pans on top of Rika, also attempted murder. Don't throw a bunch of heavy objects on top of a small child.
Yeah,
Satoko.
And another thing I loved about it is that outside of like when it gets all crazy, it's like we already cut to the moment where I'm not sure if this happened in the original. You can correct me if this was the case, but they're all like already like good buddy friends. Like they all know each other. They were
in the original as well. I think it's just faster paced here because the original they were like slowly getting to learn about each other.
Yeah, exactly.
And this one, they're just like they feel more established.
They're already friends. Yeah, they're just like friends. Like, I feel like it was definitely more of a slow burn for them building up their friendship. But this one out the gate, they're just friends, which made the episode more fun, to be honest.
Yeah, I think the same. And also, Reina was cute. I forgot how much I love Reina.
Reina was thinking with her little, it was like kawaii with the dumb little like
her facial expressions
face.
and shit are just
Yeah.
I forgot how much I love Reina.
Yeah.
I forgot how much I also just am mad about Mion. Sorry, she's my least favorite of the bunch.
Man, you're such a hater.
Whatever. Call me when Mion does something cool.
Oh, maybe in a couple episodes. All right, let's move on before I definitely almost have to catch myself like twice. So let us move on to, I think the last episode is what is it, Fire Force?
Yep,
it is the last episode that we are covering tonight for the podcast. It is season 2, episode 14.
Speaking of creepy adults fucking picking on kids.
Oh god, no. See, Roswell. Say what you will about him, but like, at least Roswell is crazy just because he's lived for hundreds of years, and he's just out here murdering people because in his warped, twisted mind, that's like the right thing to do. This dude is just a piece of shit who's crazy and just loves beating up kids for fun.
I want to beat the shit out of all the kids. Like, I'm like, all right,
anyone weaker than me, I love just beating them up.
Like, there is no nuance or anything. I'm actually taken aback by how fucking evil this dude is.
Yeah, right? Like, he's just unnecessarily like
even just acknowledge, like, I want them to be really weak and I just want to beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, I love picking on the weaker ones.
They were weak. They were like, oh man, this guy's so strong, he could be in the combat division and make more money and be cool. And he's like, nah, all I need in life is to beat up on these kids and
anyone weaker than me.
Anyone weaker than me, and I'll feel good about myself.
Like,
thanks for being honest.
Like, one should have pushed him and was like, oh no, you have the strength of a man, I can't pick on you now. I'm like, are you fucking daft?
Like when they had the flashback of Shinra like walking in the hallway, and then he's like fucking is in a straitjacket, and he runs up to the wall and just starts looking at baby Shinra. He's like, I want to beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, like, no, I can't have fun with this kid and fuck him up. Like,
chill, bro.
What? Yeah.
It's not that serious.
It is not that.
I hope we get that. Actually, I hope we don't get any backstory. I hope Shinra just kills him or whatever, or beats the shit out of him, and we never see him again, and we never get to know why he is this fucked up. And he was just a random dude who's just really fucked in the head.
The end.
Yeah, we don't need any backstory for him. But for as fucked as he is, he was actually pretty cool. I actually like his fighting style.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's completely broken. Which almost doesn't make even less sense. Like, why do you want to pick on so many people if you're this strong? Like,
well, it makes picking on them even easier, I guess.
I get, like, no, but see, psychologically, it doesn't even make any sense, because usually people who pick on who have that kind of complex, they do that because,
they're weak.
Because they're weak, exactly. But he's not weak, he's strong.
No, it's even worse. He's like, nah, I'm super strong. I just really like beating up weak people.
What? That doesn't make any... Alright.
He's
okay, girl.
We also got a new opening and ending. The opening I really loved. The opening was really, really good.
No, I didn't even know we got a new one. I kind of just was like, skip, I need to watch this. Because I think I was pressed for time.
The opening was great. A good animation and a pretty dope song. Pretty catchy.
Okay, well, I guess I will have to look that up.
I didn't mention for Tonikaku either, but Tonikaku's opening was fucking fire.
Also, did not watch that as well. I will watch them at some point, I promise.
I'll quiz you next podcast on.
Oh, okay. I will be prepared. Also, this get some background for Shinra, which does explain some things about his past.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is how reveals how Shinra grew up in Haijima Corp. And then I love how Licht was very just like, "Hey, I'm a spy."
Yeah, I like how they all knew that he was a spy.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it's like, dude, you're very.
It's super obvious.
Yeah, like you clearly have some ulterior motive.
But they're usually really stupid, so I'm surprised that they still don't understand. You know who hasn't gotten a lot of screen time? I just realized this season is well, the captain and also the dude with the glasses. The second in command. I forget his name.
Wait, what episode is this? He had a lot of screen time in like the first couple of episodes, like when they took on the Infernal, like the super demonic Infernal dude. He had a decent amount of cool moments.
That was like a long time ago.
Exactly. So it was like I said, the beginning of season 2.
Mm.
But yeah, you're right. They didn't have too much.
I completely forgot he was even in the show. I was like, what? I saw him in this episode. I'm like, what? Who the fuck is this?
Oh, I couldn't. He's too beautiful. he is way too smexy for me. So yeah, that is. I think that's that. Unless you have anything else to add.
Nope. Looking forward to next week.
Yes, looking forward to next week. All right. So for this episode, for this part of the filler arc, we are gonna keep things really cutely short. I'm gonna ask a question I meant to ask last week, but now I can finally ask it now that we're totally done with the fall season. What is your favorite? Which one was your favorite anime of the last season?
Probably Fruits Basket. Like, are we talking about favorite in terms of like what do I think was the best, or like what I enjoyed watching the most?
Either or.
I think the best one was Fruits Basket, but the one I enjoyed watching every week was Rent a Girlfriend.
Same. I think I agree. Like, just from an objective standpoint, Fruits Basket season 2 just
blew up the park.
Yeah,
like even not gonna it just blew up the park.
Yeah, exactly. It just hit it consistently.
Mm-hmm.
Just boom. Yeah, it was very solid. But then Kanojo, for me, I just loved because they're just so messy. And
yeah, it was like the guilt. Well, it isn't even the guilty pleasure, but just like I need something trashy and fun to watch. Let's watch Kanojo.
Yes, and it just really hit it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything outside of our lineup that you enjoyed watching? Like
the Demon Lord anime, the Demon Lord Academy. That was a pretty fun show. Did I watch anything else that season? I don't remember, but that one was pretty fun. I really recommend that one. I keep forgetting the name of it, but I feel like everyone's seen it by this point. The Demon Lord one. It was fun. Yeah, it was better than it had any right to be. To be honest.
Oh, I haven't watched all of it, so I guess I'm not at that point where I feel that way.
We'll see. Hopefully, it gets a second season. I think it was confirmed for a second season. Maybe.
I feel like it was so popular. It has to.
Yeah.
Be. Yeah. I also want to give my flowers to Zaki-chan.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of anime. Speaking of anime that had no right being as good as it was.
Yeah, for sure.
Babe, so much like my expectations were so much lower.
It's always good when you have low expectations and the show's actually good.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, just wanted to rehash and just give our flowers to the anime that we enjoyed from last season. Did I watch any more? No, I don't think I did. Yeah. Okay, so with that being said, that's a quick filler arc. That wraps it up. That also wraps up this podcast. So Oni, if you'd be so kind to take it away.
Guys, if you enjoyed this episode of the G&A podcast, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you can catch us every week as the episodes go up. Also, if you haven't already, do follow us on Twitter. follow us on Twitch, and join the party over on our Discord, all linked in the description down below. If you'd be so kind, you can even donate to us on Patreon or become a member by clicking the join button as well. And if you do, you get a bunch of awesome perks like access to the Midnight channel, which is our members only Discord channel. You can vote on what shows we watch in the podcast, as you members just did this past week. You can vote on what games I cover on Twitch, etc., etc. And you can even live watch shows with us. This season, I think we're probably going to live watch either Higurashi or DanMachi. We'll see. So if that sounds interesting to you, please do consider becoming a member. And Drew, do you have anything you'd like to
add? Listen, protect the precious Weenie. She needs to be loved.
Love your Weenie. You heard it here first, guys. This has been Soberoni and
Drew. And
we'll see you guys next time. Later.
Bye.